Hey everyone, and welcome back to Travel Tip Tuesday with the Travel Mug podcast. How are you doing today, Megan?
I'm lovely. It's still summertime. We can't complain.
Can't complain. So, I was recently reading an article on Pocket, and I'll link the article in the show notes so people can also read it. But the article was 7 tips to create happier travel memories, which I thought was interesting. And I
Mhm.
thought maybe we could discuss them a bit.
I'd love that.
All right. So the first tip was go to a new place every year. They say the quick route to making new memories is new experiences. And I agree with that. And I feel like you can also have new experiences in familiar places as well. So I just don't want it to put you off visiting your favorite places. See what I
Mhm.
mean? What do you think about that, Megan?
Well, as we all know, we go to Bar Harbor every year.
Yeah.
However, I have to say, besides that, I don't even know of anywhere else we've repeated. We are not repeat travelers. I do want new experiences. Now, next year, we're likely going back to Iceland, but of course, we've not seen it all. So I may tend to have new experiences in a similar country I've been to. But I'm not a repeat traveler. I don't want to go back to the same resort. I don't want to do any of the things.
Yeah.
I do want new experiences, I guess, besides Bar Harbor.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're similar, like Disney, obviously, as our repeat spot, but otherwise we haven't done a whole lot of
There's so much of the world to see.
yeah. All right, so the next tip is to leave your comfort zone, which to me is very much like the similar tip to number one, right? But
Yeah.
they say people remember emotions. So when you do something that frightens you a little bit, it gets your adrenaline pumping. And to me, I'm like, sure, like those things are memorable, but I don't think you have to go like skydiving or do like an extreme sport. Like traveling somewhere new can literally be leaving your comfort zone. So I guess
Well,
it's
that's what I was just going to say. That's kind of different for everyone. Everybody's comfort zone is different. So, yeah, like whatever that means for you. But I do agree, like doing something a little different for you could be really very memorable. So, I mean, I agree, but that could be also be something small and still memorable. So, it doesn't have to be, and nor will it ever be for me, skydiving.
yeah.
My husband's done it twice, and I'm just like, you did it once for me and once for
Yeah,
you.
we're good. Check mark.
Hey.
All right, the next tip is to engage all of your senses. And this one I believe for sure. So take your time to listen, to like taste the food if you're eating, take in the scenery without looking at it through the screen of your phone. Mm,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
No, no.
No,
Perfect.
I completely agree. Like I always like when I'm traveling, love to post photos with comments and like so it looks like okay, well she just took pictures all day. Not the case at all. There's so many moments where I'm just like in awe, like hands down, like just mouth agape. I'm sure it's lovely, but like just literally looking around and or taste like it says tasting the food whatever. Like otherwise why are you there?
Mhm. Yes. So their next tip is to buy the souvenir. And I agree. I'm drinking out of my mug from Disneyland Paris from 2015. And I do love having these reminders that I use like in my everyday life. So when I get the mug out of the cupboard, I can kind of think about my day that I had at Disneyland Paris.
There you go. Love
Cool.
that.
All right. The last tip. Nope, not the last tip. We're only on number 5, Jen. Learn to
Mhm.
count. Um,
It's been hot today. You get a pass.
the next tip is to end the trip on a high note. So, psychologist Daniel Kahneman developed the peak end theory, which proposes that we remember experiences by their most intense moment and how they ended. So, they propose to maybe book an amazing restaurant or do something that you're really looking forward to at the near the end of your trip, which I thought was interesting.
I've never pondered that before. I
No.
really haven't thought like, how are we going to end this? Because I think obviously you're quite caught up in planning the middle.
Yeah.
Like the end is just sort of like whatever. But however, I mean, sometimes we do that by accident. But I guess I've never really specifically thought, let's do something at the end to make it. I'm want to try that next time.
Report back.
We'll do. We'll do.
The next tip is to print your photos, and we agree. We've talked about this before. Pick a few of your favorites and put them up in your house, even if it's on the fridge, to help you relive the moments that you were
Yeah.
traveling. And lastly, don't be afraid of things going wrong. Struggles make better travel stories, and it is true. And whenever we've had a difficult day traveling, I usually tell myself, someday we'll laugh about this. And usually it's true.
Usually. Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, you also can't go into your days while traveling scared of something going wrong. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen regardless. And you just have to obviously, hopefully, it's nothing too bad,
Yeah.
but just like try to make the most of it. And you're right. Like it will be a story to tell someday.
Mhm. All right. So I want to know what you, the listeners, think. Do you agree with these? Is there anything you would add? Let us know. We
Hmm.
think. So that is it. That is it for this week's Travel Tip Tuesday. You can find us on our website, travelmugpodcast.com, Facebook and Instagram at Travel Mug Podcast, and on YouTube, where you can see us and our lovely faces.
Mm-hmm.
We would also love it if you would support the show through buy us a coffee, or by sharing the show with a travel loving pal, or by leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate all of those things, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.